And looks like we're off. So we should get it synced up here in just a moment. Looks like Sweet's picked up the mushroom. TJK's not going to go for the mushroom. We'll see if he picks up power-ups a little later on. Picking up the safest route if you're going to use fire strats for this game is to pick them up in 1-1 and 1-2. TJK using a little different strats here. I don't know if he'll go for small fire Mario or if he just picks up his power-ups a little bit later, but we will see in here in just a moment. Looks like we're synced up here. So let's see, TJK going to skip that power-up. Sweets will probably pick this one up, and he does. He'll be able to shoot all the enemies that he needs to out of the way here, clearing out a relatively easy path through this level. And oh no, TJK went for the pipe jump there, and he looks like he jumped a little too far, and he unfortunately took a death, so he'll have to start 1-2 back over again. So that's going to put Sweets in a bit of an early lead here. So let's see, will he go for it again? No, he's going to wait this time. Sweets with a nice 344 at the end of 1-2. And TJK going to make it through this time, so he's probably going to be about half a level behind or so. Maybe a little more, but still very early. And we'll see if he's able to recover from that. Let's see if TJK elects to pick up a power-up here, and it looks like he's going to. So he's either going to go for small fire Mario or he's going to pick up fire in 1-4 most likely. Sweets going starting off with 1-4. Yeah, if you don't have to stop for any power-ups, this level's not too bad. He's going to shoot a few shots here and takes out Bowser with a 261. So a pretty good 1-4 for Sweets. And looks like TJK is going to pick up his power-up there. So he's fully powered back up now, and we'll see him go through the rest of this level as well. So Sweets on 2-1. And oh no, TJK didn't quite get looks like he might have messed up on the setup there a little bit and actually ends up running into Bowser. So he's going to have to pick up his power-ups again on 2-1. Sweet's having a pretty decent 2-1. Oh, well, there's the springboard. Springboard can be a little tricky sometimes, but he got over it there. TJK going to pick up his power-ups here. And Sweets will be moving on to 2-2, which is the first of the 2 water levels in this game. Depending on the patterns that you get, some of the patterns with the cheeps and bloopers you get can be a little tricky. We'll see if he tries to avoid them or shoot them out of the way. TJK hit the flagpole with a 6 on the end of the timer there, so he's going to get 6 fireworks here. So that'll cost him a couple of seconds worth of time here because it takes a little time to do the fireworks celebration animation and all that. Sweets almost at the end of 2-2. That one's a little tricky, but he got it, and he had to back off just a little bit there, but pretty solid 2-2 for Sweets there. And TJK unfortunately hits the cheap there. Looks like he might have tried to shoot it just a little too late, unfortunately. So he's going to be small through the rest of this level. And hopefully he gets some pretty good patterns through the rest of this. Oh, and that's kind of a rough one because they move up and down. And he just clipped the backside of that fish there. So he gets to start at the checkpoint halfway through the level. So he'll have to go through that section again. Sweets made his way through 2-3. Looks like he didn't have any issues there. And TJK backing off just a little bit to avoid getting fireworks again. If you saw him back off a little bit, he wanted to wait for the timer to hit a 5. Yeah, that was a really unfortunate place for the fish to be there. That one's hard to swim over if you're in that situation. Nice 2-4 for Sweets. He'll go be moving on to World 3. TJK picking up the mushroom here. He didn't get trolled by the fish. Sometimes the fish will troll you around that power-up block, but thankfully he got a pretty favorable pattern there where they didn't really bother him. And Sweet's getting to the end of 3-1 here. And taking a little safer on the stairs, which is okay. Those stairs with the Koopas on it can be relatively tricky to make it over without running into one of the Koopas, so he takes a bit of a safer strat there just to make sure he didn't take a hit. TJK making his way through 2-4, takes a safe elevator section there, and tried to wait for the fireballs to get out of the way from Bowser. And looks like he's going to be moving on to World 3. And Sweets is done with 3-2. As getting on to 3-3. This level's pretty straightforward. Not a lot to say about it, except if you're going fast, you can collect coins to pretty much to the beat of the music, which is actually kind of cool. TJK with a very nice 3-1 stairs there with a 347 on the timer. So great job by him on doing that. Sweets in 3-4. He's probably going to take some safe strats for the Potoboos in this level. If you don't know what pattern's going to be coming up, you'll see them back off like he did just there, so he could more easily jump over them. But pretty good 3-4 for Sweets. TJK finishing up 3-2. Looked like he got hung up on the stairs a little bit. Very easy to do in this game. So on to World 4 for the Sweets. And this is pretty much the easiest level in the game. You just run and just jump over everything pretty much for this level. TJK finishing up 3-3 here. Looks like he's not having any issues there, and he'll be moving on to 3-4. And I anticipate he'll probably play it pretty safe as well. Unless you're on like an extremely good pace and you're very experienced with learning the patterns, you don't see a lot of players go aggressively on this level. But he did unfortunately hit that Potoboo there. He's going to get his Fire Flower back here, but his Mushroom back, but he won't be able to get the Fire Flower back. And he unfortunately also hit that Fire Bar there, so he's going to have to finish up small here. And he's going to wait. Ooh, that was a little close. But he made it, so he'll be moving on to World 4. And Sweet's done with 4-2. I think he took the bottom route, but I actually didn't catch all that. I was getting having a small heart attack with TJK's 3-4 there. We'll see if TJK picks up. I don't know if he'll pick up this mushroom. Probably not. No, he's not going to pick it up. So there's 2 power-ups in 4-1. The first one's not too bad to get, but the second one's kind of tricky and slow to pick it up, so you don't see a lot of people pick that one up. So he's just going to wait until 4-2 to start picking up power-ups, most likely. Sweet's going into 4-4. This is the first of the 2, well, I guess technically 3 maze levels in the game. So you have to take the correct path through this level to make it through, otherwise it loops. Aside from taking the correct path, until you get to Bowser, not a whole lot to this level. A couple of fire bars that you can just either wait on or duck under like that, and that's pretty much it. TJK's got his power-ups back. He's going to go top. And Sweet slides under Bowser and does a pretty nice job on 4-4. That Bowser's pretty tricky because you've got a fire bar, you've got Bowser, you've got the Potoboo, and then you've got him shooting fireballs as well. So that one's actually one of the more tricky Bowser encounters in the game. But very nice job from Sweets on that one. So we're pretty much halfway through the game for Sweets. So he's moving on to World 5. World 5 is kind of where the difficulty in this game amps up a little bit. Looks like he's made his way through 5-1. Had a little issue there at the Koopas at the end of the level, but didn't take a hit, so no big deal. TJK finishing up 4-3 here. He'll be moving on to 4-4. Sweet's waiting, or looks like he avoided getting shot by the bullet bill there at the beginning of 5-2. And Sweets missed that little block there. But he's going to finish through 5-2 unscathed there. So TJK got real close to Bowser, but he made it work. Sweet's on 5-3, which is like 1-3, except there's bullet bills, and you don't always know where they're going to spawn. So he ducked under that one real quick. So nice, very nice job from Sweets on that one. Yeah, some of those patterns you get on 5-3 are really nasty, and Sweets was on his toes on that one bullet bill there. So TJK finishing up 5-1. Sweets in 5-4, which is like 2-4, except it's got more firebars essentially. And Sweet's playing it safe here, takes out Bowser, and he'll be moving on to World 6. TJK making his way through the last part of... Oh, no, and he missed the jump there. It looks like he either hadn't eaten input or he tried to jump just a little too late. So he's going to have to start from the midway point. It's not going to lose a ton of time here because it's pretty close to where he died. But he's going to have to get his power-ups back here. And TJK's got his flower back. Oh, no. And I think that's his last life, too. He didn't quite make that jump. Yep, that's his last life, so he's going to start World 5 over. Sweets starting 6-2. This one's a pretty fun level once you learn how to do it with Fire Flower. It's pretty technical, and there's a lot of piranha plants in the way. But it's a fun level to watch. And so far, going pretty well for Sweets here. He's going to wait there a little bit. You do have to hesitate somewhere in the level. Because if you play it perfectly, you're going to get a 3 on the timer and you'll get fireworks. So you do have to slow down somewhere. So that works out pretty well for him and the delay that he needs toward the end of the level. TJK back into 5-2. He's going to pick up this early mushroom here to try to make sure he gets past the Hammer Bro. And the Hammer Bro jumped right over him, so that was a fortunate pattern for him. And he'll probably pick up fire here. He'll pick up this one, probably go up top here and try to stay up top for the rest of the level. And still having a little issue with this section. It looks like he's got it this time. So on the 5-3. Sweet starting 6-4. Gets under the first Potaboo. He's going to hesitate here just a little bit to set up good fire bars through the rest of the level. That's a consistent strat that makes that section so much easier because you know what to expect. But coming on to laggy 6-4 Bowser, which he didn't really get much lag this time, unfortunately. But nice job for 6-4 for Sweets. And TJK finishing up 5-3 here. And looks like he had manageable patterns for 5-3 as well. So on the 5-4 for TJK. Sweets part of the way through 7-1 here. He's getting ready to go into the next water level. TJK, you saw him like pick up that power up there. He wanted to actually delay a little bit to get good fire bars through that narrow hallway section. So it looks like he did well with that. And oh, he had a tricky combination of a Potaboo and a fireball there. And unfortunately takes a hit, but he's going to make it through the rest of 5-4 and he'll move on to World 6. So here the second water level, 7-2, which is a lot like 2-2, except it's got more of your favorite bloopers, cheap sheeps, and all that good stuff. Like two too as well. They can throw you some nasty patterns with the enemies here. Saw Sweet didn't want to challenge that Cheep there, so he just backed off a little bit. And okay, sometimes you will see people challenge that blooper there at the very end, but Sweet looked at it and he decided to nope out of that real quick, which is probably the right decision here. That's you know, if you wait on it or try to shoot it out of the way and stuff, yeah, you do lose a couple of seconds, but this is the stage of the game where you really don't want to lose power-ups because there's only one left until World 8. And having to go into World 8, not having fire, it carries a lot more risk. So that's a smart move by him just to play it safe. 7-3 is like 2-3, except that there's Koopas on the ground on this one, which adds a little bit more to the difficulty. And sometimes those Cheeps can get pretty close to you, but he makes it through very well on 7-3. TJK looks like he's made his way through 6-2, so he'll be moving on to 6-3. Sweet's on 7-4. This is another maze level. Just got to follow the right path and get the Bowser here at the end. Aren't really any enemies, unless you want to count that fire bar there. That's pretty much it. You just got to know the right path through it. And if he takes out Bowser here with fireballs, he will be in good shape for World 8. And nice job by Sweets. So Sweet's having a pretty solid run here so far. TJK didn't quite get the power up there and takes a death there, so he's going to start 6-4 over again. Looks like he's got it this time. Should have a good firebar pattern set up. And he jumps a little bit early there and takes another hit. So he just needs to make it under Bowser here. And oh, he had the opportunity, but he wasn't able to capitalize on it to run under Bowser there. And he got a little too close. So he's got to be careful here. He's on his last life in 6-4, so he's got to make sure that he doesn't take another death here. And Sweets with a 200 on the 8-1. So very nice by Sweets. 200 is the ideal time that you want. So great execution by Sweets. TJK takes a hit to Bowser's backside, but he's going to make it through to World 7. Would it technically be faster from 6 on to just stay small? That is a possibility. It's also risky. So it's depending on how much risk you want to take with that. Especially like making good time in World 8. It's pretty tough small, or it's risky. And Sweets took a hit there toward the end of 8-2. So we'll see if he just tries to go for it or if he picks up the mushroom in 8-3. Probably, and I don't know if he's watching his opponent or not, probably the smart play here would be to pick up the mushroom, but we'll see if he wants to do that. And it looks like that's what he's setting up to do. So that's the safe play here because you don't know what the Hammer Bros are going to do, and they can be pretty trolleys. Oh, no, and he didn't quite jump off the block there, and he runs into the pit, so he'll have to start 8-3 over. So Sweet's going to try it again here once he clears the Hammer Bros out of the way. He's going to wait. And TJK getting some nasty fish patterns over here, but he's making it through so far. Sweets has got his mushroom. He should be good to go. And TJK hoping he gets some nicer patterns for the rest of this level. And Sweets, unfortunately got hit by that hammer there, so he's going to go for it and hope for the best here. And looks like he's going to make it. And TJK doing a little duck there at the end of 7-2 to make sure he doesn't take another hit. He probably wants to make sure he can keep his power up for the rest of World 7 and World 8. Sweets into 8-4. So last level of the game. And I don't know if he goes for wall jump. We'll see if he goes for that. He went for it. Didn't quite get it, though. But Oh, and TJK gets trolled by a fish there when he's slowing down to pick up the power up. So he'll get his mushroom back, but that's the last power up until 8-2. And TJK getting some crazy patterns here. Looks like he's going to make it. And Sweet's into the water section here, so he's just got the rest of this, and he's into the last room. And good Potaboo. Bowser's just got to wait here, and Sweets is done with a 2023. So GG's to Sweets. And TJ switch back over the game audio to TJK here, and he's finishing up 7-4 here. And it looks like he's made it through, and he will be moving on to World 8. But solid run from Sweets. I don't know if he generally does interviews or not, but of course that's open. But solid run by Sweets. You just had the issue in 8-3, and I think he lost a power up or two. But aside from that, that was a solid run. So we'll see how aggressively TJK wants to go here in 8-1. Was he going to go for the pipe jumps here? He's going for it. So he's shooting for a 200 here. This is nerve-wracking, yeah. How'd you feel about your race overall? Like your performance and all that? Meanwhile, TJK unfortunately takes a nip from the piranha plant there can't talk today. Toward the end of 8-1. So he'll be starting 8-2 small with 1 life, so he's got to be a little careful here that he doesn't take a death re-up to start World 8 over again. And he's jumping off the edge of the pipe to clear the gap there, and didn't look like he tried to duck under the Koopa there, but he didn't have a good pattern for that to happen. He gets the bullet bill glitch though. Nice job on the bullet bill glitch. So TJK in 8-3. We'll see if he picks up a mushroom here. It looks like he's not going to do it, so he's just going to go for it. Big risk to take here, but we'll see if it pays off for him. Yes. Oh, and he got hit by the second one there. So there's the pause of anguish. And we'll see. But Sweets, going back to your comment, so it looked like you, until you had that issue in 8-3, it looked like you were pretty well in your groove through most of the run there. And TJK, so it looks like TJK has decided to forfeit. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll see if he wants to come in for an interview. Just trying your best, trying to contain your nerves. We started at 1-1. Yeah, that's yeah, it gets a little. It definitely gets you a little nervous and stuff. I mean, like I've done races for years, and I still always get a little nervous for these things when I do races and stuff. It's just, it's just part of it. Looks like we got TJK in the waiting room there, so he can move up whenever he's ready. Hello. Can you hear me? Well, let's see. It seems I can't hear TJK. See if he's got. SpeedGaming incoming with a party of 300. We have just finished up our race here. We're trying to see if we can get TJK on a interview with us here. I can't quite hear him just yet, but we're trying to work on that. But Sweets is our winner for this match. He got a 20. Oh, it's already gone off the screen. I'll have to go back and review. It was a 2023, I believe, is what it was. But pretty solid performance by Sweets. So we'll give TJK here a couple of moments and see if we can.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, hello. I can hear you.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so take us through your race there.
Well, I wasn't expecting to die so early on, and then I wasn't expecting to keep on dying. I was hoping that the race would at least be a little bit entertaining on my end if I got a flagpole glitch, but I missed pole inputs, so that didn't happen. I did get bullet bill glitch though, so there's one cool thing.
You did indeed get that, yeah. Yeah, it looked like you got a little, maybe got a little shook up or got a little nervous earlier, which I mean is totally normal for these things.
Yeah, I was practicing and everything. I have no idea what happened. It happens though.
Yeah, I mean, and it happens for a lot of people and stuff. It's probably to an extent was probably just race nerves and stuff of where sometimes you end up doing, making little mistakes and stuff that you don't normally make. But it's part of the whole racing thing. I mean, I'm the same way too. Like when I do my races, sometimes I make little things that I don't normally, or make little mistakes that I don't normally do, and get a little nervous and things like that. So totally normal thing. Unfortunately didn't make it through 8-3 there.
Yeah, this is I think this is the second run that I've had to forfeit because I died in A3.
But so did you? Let's see. You didn't. That's right. You didn't go for the mushroom. Did you think about picking up the mushroom on that one, or was you just pretty much determined to just go for it there?
In A3?
Yeah.
Well, oh yeah, it was a bottom pattern. I could have gone for the mushroom. I didn't even think about that. I've just been winging it. Jump early, try to hit the bro. And I would have hit the bro, but he had a hammer out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's whatever. I mean, I wasn't expecting to make it too far in this tournament anyway. I'm really rusty.
I've got some practice I need to do myself. I did not do so well on that pre-tournament race that I had. I put up like a 27-minute time for that one. So I'm knocking things off my desk. I've got to put a little practice into it as well. You have 1 or 2 more matches left.
I think I have 1.
Let's see.
I think I just have to verse Mars tomorrow.
Let's see. Let's take a look at your group here. Let's see. Which group are you in? Oh, you're in Group B. Okay, so you have already played Kaku and completed Sweet. So yeah, you've still got Mars left, and yeah, I think that is on the schedule for tomorrow.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to win because against someone like Haku, first of all, he's just so consistent, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Sweet's, putting up consistent times too. Mars the same way. He's really good at the game. He's good at a lot of Mario games. And stuff.
Yeah, he's a very, very, very solid runner. And I could see him going pretty far in this thing. Definitely. He did really well in the All-Stars tournament that we had a few months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been focusing my efforts more on SM64 nowadays, so
I've been doing the All-Stars all 500% thing and all that stuff. So
I've seen that. It looks really fun. 5 hour almost category sometimes.
It's very fun and it's very soul crushing at the same time when you get
Yeah.
like 4 hours into it and then it dies. But that's how
I can imagine.
that's what I sign up for. But so let's see. For a couple of things in the chat, as far as as far as Cosmic, he will actually be playing the members of Group C. So it doesn't appear that way on the bracket, but he does have to play those. I just can't make the bracket reflect that because he's filling an open spot in Group C, but I can't, without destroying the whole bracket and recreating everything that's happened so far, I can't move him into that on the actual bracket, but we're keeping track of it manually. But Cosmic will be playing the members of Group C. So pretty much what it'll be is I believe three people will be moving on from that group. So that's the one all-ball group that we have in the tournament, but we still have a bunch of matches coming up. So yeah, it's I wished I could make challenge show it the way that we're actually doing it for that particular group, but we're kind of limited on what they'll let us do for that. Do you have any other thoughts, questions, comments?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for stepping in last minute again. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
Are they still going on with Lost Levels?
I think it must have just ended because they sent the viewers over here, so
okay.
I figured that should be finished at this point. Unless I'm mistaken. Oh, there's Takate. He's in here, so yep. Yeah, though that was pretty crazy. It's like I saw both Takate and Cosmic make it to the Koopa jump at the end of the long hallway and 8-4 on pace and stuff. So that's pretty crazy. I don't know if any others got that far, but I did see those two happen. So pretty crazy stuff there.
Yeah, and it was awesome to see like SumWest get a 755 the day before, was it?
I'm sorry, what's that?
SumWest got his 755. I think just one day before this happened, the Lost Levels thing. Might have been 2 days. I'm not sure, but he does have a 755 now, SumWest.
Okay. So let's check the schedule here and see what we got coming up. I think this is the only race today. Yeah, this is the only race for today. Tomorrow we have 2 races. See, tomorrow at 5. These are all Eastern time. Tomorrow at 5 p.m. we've got Mars versus TJK. And at 8 o'clock we have Dash Retro versus Super Mega Dave. So that's the 2 that we have tomorrow currently. We've got one on Thursday, which is myself versus Super Mega Dave at 9 p.m. And then we've got several. Oh, we've got a bunch on the 13th. We've got several over the weekend. So for those of you who enjoy watching these, make sure you keep an eye on the schedule for the upcoming tournaments. There's a bunch on the calendar right now. So, but I think at this point we can start wrapping it up here. But yeah, like I said, this is the last match for the night. But we'll have a couple more tomorrow. But I want to give a thanks to the SpeedGaming crew for allowing us to use your restreaming to host our tournaments. This is the third year in a row we've done it, and they've been tremendous help in actually making these restreams possible. As I don't have the time and the resources to do it all myself, and they have a wonderful platform to be able to do all this on. So many thanks to them for being able to accommodate us in our tournaments that we have every year. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks everyone for hanging out, and hope to see you for the next tournament race. Take care, everyone.